Angie, Tribeca, what I love about the show is that you guys pretty much, the ethic is, let's just be really funny.
Yeah,
and
no
so
shame.
There's no shame, and and you have all kinds of crazy, great gags in the show, and I would think it would be a lot of fun to work on.
It is. I mean, it's so dumb, and that's okay with us. Like that's a good thing. Like the dumber we are, the better.
Right.
And it is fun to work on, but it's really technical because there'll be a scene where I'm like, I have like a crossbow like in my pants, and then I have like an animal trainer here who's like waiting to hand me an animal for like a visual gag.
Right.
And then we just have like a lot of silliness around us, so it's our job to not break.
You have
what
I love is that you have, and one of my favorite things about the show is that you have a coworker who's a dog, but you don't reference the fact that he's a dog at all.
Detective David Hoffman.
Detective David Hoffman is a dog, and there's never any, and I love that, and there's never any, even a sly reference to the fact that he's a dog.
Nothing.
How do you get through a scene with that dog?
That's a little tough for me. Because we'll be in the middle of like a serious, like pushing the mystery forward scene, and I'll look back and there's like a dog with like sunglasses on the phone replying to an email.
With fake dog puppet hands? Yeah, I hope, yeah.
It's pretty hard. Like the dog as person is pretty hard.
Now, I would think, because you're on TBS, they do allow us to say 4-letter words from time to time.
I know.
That must be a little liberating.
It's awesome. We can do it on this show too?
Yeah, sure.
We can.
Yeah.
I can say.
No, I should have warned you. No,
Well, there goes my
that's
show.
grounds for immediate dismissal. No, yes.
Yes. That's one they'll take away from your show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the thing is you only get a couple per episode.
Yeah, that's right.
There are only so many on TBS that get passed around.
Right. So now.
So you using these right now
all
means
the
show can't use them anymore.
Feels so good. That's good for your hair.
Oh, really? It makes the hair wobble, yeah. So I would think, so you get to say them occasionally on TBS, and that must feel strange, because you certainly couldn't do that on Parks and Rec.
No. And we definitely, we're very appreciative of it, and because we only get a couple per episode, there's a little, we have to be very discerning with our you know?
You're very reverent about them. You take them out of like a mahogany box. Be careful. It's like a fine old.
The glove.
Yes, it's a fine wine. Oh, it's a from 1959. There you go. Are you a fan of cop shows? Did you grow up liking cop shows? Because your show is such a great spoof of procedurals.
Yeah, I did. I definitely love Law and Order. I think it's like hard not to love it. You could be like, not for me, but you're never going to be like, I hate Law and Order.
No.
You can't.
No.
The show is engrossing. It's all encompassing and engrossing. But I was like the only person, when I lived in New York, my first audition in New York was for Law and Order, and I never booked an episode.
You never got an episode of Law and
No.
Order? Everybody did a Law and Order.
I know. It's a real rite of passage, and I never
That's
got
a
one.
badge of shame for you.
I know.